Good morning, guys. So, this morning I'm going to do a video on what it's like to be a father with schizoaffective. And I think all of the dads listening, we know that our child being born is probably the crowning achievement of anything. It's the most special moment to hold that child that we haven't met yet. And it's just a really special thing. In my circumstance, I don't recall what I was doing before my daughter Marilyn was born. I mean, it's like whenever she came into the world, I was reborn too. I was reset. And what came with it was an evolution of my mental health in a way because I was still dealing with psychosis and mania. But I had a child now, somebody who was dependent upon me, somebody that I had to provide for. And then we did it 3 more times, and now I got 4. So that's the struggle with it is I'm still cycling, I'm still dealing with mental health, but I still have the obligation and responsibility to provide for my children. And I'm not proud to say that I've struggled with employment to the point of where I went without work. We went without because of my mental health. I was unable to perform the duties of the job, you could say. I do want to say that even in mental health states that are negative, I've never been physically abusive towards my children, emotionally abusive towards my children. So, in that regard, I've managed to keep my composure. I think the hardest thing for me is the stress involved. When you have 4 children and a wife, you're essentially separating yourself in 5 different ways because each child needs their own set of individualized attention. You have to pay attention to your wife, and it's all very stressful. And that stress is probably the biggest cause of any psychotic or manic type break is stress. So, one of the things that really helped me manage my mental health was compliance with medication. So in the past, I struggled to comply and take my meds, and my quality of life was bad. And I didn't start taking my meds regularly until my second child, Valor, was born, and yeah, I struggled hard. So with medication compliance, it's allowed me to be able to function better. One of the biggest struggles with having schizoaffective and being a father is the detachment. It's the disconnect you feel with your kids and the people you love. And it's a very unnatural thing to feel that towards your children. It's how you feel about them, but in those moments, and they might only last a day or two, a week, you struggle to find that connection with anybody around you, and you get stuck in your own little world. And then all of a sudden, it's been a month, 3 months, 6 months, and you're like, where is time gone? And I'm sad to say that I struggle to remember the early years of my children because I'm constantly battling mental health issues. I read this thing once where it was like, you're facing an enemy that doesn't get tired, that doesn't stop. And I felt that. So, another thing that we're running into is my daughter Marilyn. At least her for now, she's exhibiting signs of, mental health issues, and she's 6. And a lot of folks would argue that you can't put that on a 6-year-old. But we're smart enough to know that even children deal with mental health issues. And it's a weird sense of guilt that I feel like, why would I bring a child into this world knowing that they would have these mental health dispositions like I do? But I know that when I can fully master and control mine, I can teach her how to do the same things. And I can make sure her life's not as hard as mine was at a certain age, where she has the tools and the ability to handle herself and succeed and thrive in this world, and that goes for all of them as they get older. So I've turned over, it sounds stupid and cliche, but I've turned over a new leaf. I like the job I work. I've got plans for something better in the future, and I'm gonna provide for my children financially, emotionally, physically. I'm going to be that guy. So, like I said, fatherhood's a struggle for everybody, but I just wanted to share some of the ways that I struggle with schizoaffective. And I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comment section. You can hit like if you want to. I appreciate the feedback. You guys have a good day.